What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, guys? I'm out here in Pennsylvania with my cousin,
Cordell.
Cordell. His name is Cordell. We got a little family reunion going on, a little barbecue. As you guys know, for the most part, I talk about religion on my channel, but I want to do something a little different. Well, I guess you could say this is tied in with the religion. As Jehovah's Witnesses, we were taught that homosexuality is frowned upon, right? However, when you leave this cult, when you leave the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, you start to appreciate people for who they are, and you start to accept them for who they are and for the person that they want to be, right? And it pains me to say this, but I just, my cousin, he's 27 years old. I see my cousins once in a blue moon. The last time we saw each other was what, 5 years ago, roughly, right?
Yeah.
Right? And I just discovered today that he's bisexual, right? And if I was still a witness, I gotta tell you, if I was still a witness, I would be taught to keep my distance from you because of that, right?
Yeah.
But because I left that cult, thank God I left that cult, I started to appreciate and accept people for who they are, And I appreciate my cousin coming out and telling me that, he is, bisexual. He likes men. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I told him I still love him. I still accept him for who he is, And I respect him for being honest and raw and authentic, But yeah, cousin, thank you for coming out and telling me that.
Of course.
And like I said before, when you leave this cult, you start to appreciate people for who they are, right? And you said something to me. You said something to me earlier. You said, if you tell people how you feel and they rejected it, then it no harm, no foul, right?
Yeah.
For the most part,
Pretty much.
And I love that. You have a really good head on your shoulders. And I want to tell you guys something. So the last time I saw him, right, 5 years ago, we got pissy drunk, and we had a good time as always, right? But I got drunk as hell, and he made sure I got home safe. He made sure I got home safe, and he made sure that I was doing good. And some people will be like, you know what? Yeah, you drunk. Just text me when you get home, right? Or make sure you get home on your own. But he pretty much drove me to the train station, and he would say, yo, bro, text me when you get home, so I know you got home safe. And bro, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I still remember that.
Yeah.
I still remember that.
I remember that drive too. It was long.
Yeah, I remember that. But so let me just ask you, how do you feel like when you came out and told your parents? How's your emotions? Like, talk me through it, run it.
It was a little bit of a mixture. Because I wasn't sure how they were gonna react. I had a few hints here and there that at least my mom would be okay with it, because based on the different shows that she watched and different characters in the show who were homosexual, so it was just like she never showed any kind of disgust towards that. So that kind of made me feel a little bit more comfortable telling my mom. I'm my mama's boy, so it's just like above all, really, my mom's opinion would have held the highest weight.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that made me more comfortable feeling like I could say something, and as well as just I felt like I couldn't hold it anymore. It's just I felt isolated in school. I felt isolated at home. It's just like these curiosities and these thoughts that I just were always there, just kind of just became more prevalent and more pressing. And it's just like I trying to figure out what exactly it was, and then kind of figuring out what it is with myself. It's just like I don't know how to hide this.
Wow.
So when I finally did tell them, it was very, very dramatic.
Now, of course, I can imagine.
I gotta talk to you guys. I called the family meeting.
Wow.
And I called everybody to the living room,
I
and
love that,
everybody was there with my brother because he was away at college, and just cried, trying to bring the words up, trying to figure out what words to say, how to start off. It's just how do you say that? How do you just tell everybody that that you're not what they thought you were? And I finally did say it. I told them, and it's just like, and then I kind of waited for a second, just waiting to see what everybody said, and it's just from there it was nothing but love. Nice. And that kind of surprised me. As much as I expected and I hoped it still surprised me. Just the level of acceptance and just positivity is just it made me feel even more secure in who I am.
I love to hear that. Damn, bro. That's
yeah,
good.
It is.
See, I'm
very thankful.
You are, bro. And you guys, I gotta tell you, like, when I say my cousins, they are down to earth. Like, we know how to have a good time, right?
Yeah.
Like, every time I'm with them, even though I see them once in a blue moon, I kid you not, every single time I'm with my cousins, we know how to throw down. We have a good time. I could be my true self around them. They could be their true selves around me, right? And I gotta tell you, because you don't know a lot about Jehovah's Witnesses, but I come from a background, a culture where if I was bisexual, if I was homosexual, my mom, my brothers would be like, "Oh, we're done with you. If you want to go that route, that lifestyle, we're done with you. Don't talk to me ever again." Right? Yeah. That's where I come from. So now I'm on the other side of that religion, and I'm finally starting to accept people for their religious beliefs. You could be an atheist, Catholic, Buddhist, whatever, right? I don't care what you believe in. I don't care that you're homosexual, bisexual, whatever. If you're happy, and I told him this earlier, if you're happy, as long as you're happy, you're not hurting nobody, you're living your life, and if you want to be with another man or woman, whatever, I support you. You're my cousin, you're my blood. For real, you know? And one thing I gotta tell you guys, so his nails, can you just show them your nails with them? So I saw this earlier, right?
I don't know, I probably can't even tell.
Oh yeah, and son, now you can.
Oh yeah.
So, as you guys can see, he painted his fingernails, right? And I said, oh, he's a little different. He's authentic. I like that. But as you guys can see, I have nose piercings too. I'm different also, right? I love people that could just be original, people that could be the true selves, even if it appears to be different. I love that. You know, he's authentic. You know, you're authentic, bro. I love that. Of course, keep being you, bro. Keep being you. You know. And like I told your mom and your dad, so listen, it's sad that we see each other once in a blue moon. I feel like we see each other once every 5 years or so, right?
At this point, that's what it's been, yeah.
That's what it feels like, right? Yeah. It's like, life is short.
Very.
As we was talking about earlier, you know, me and him was speaking earlier, like, life is short, and you want to spend every precious moment with real people that love you for who you are, you know, and that shit is priceless.
It is.
You know, people take that for granted. When you find there's a lot of fake people in this world. You can find fake people in every city, every country, every state, everywhere, right? But when you find real people, and especially real family, real blood, you know, we're second cousins. But when you find real, we might be we're third cousins, right? Because
I don't even know how that works.
No, we're third cousins. Because your mom is my second cousin, so we would be third cousins, yeah. Okay. So me and we're third cousins, right? But you know, like I said, every time I'm with my cousin and his family, his folks, his siblings, his parents, we have a good time. And I say to myself, why the fuck can't my mom, my brothers, why can't we have this relationship? That shit is sad. Like, I'm closer to you than my own flesh, my own two brothers. And we see each other once in a blue moon. Yeah. How crazy is that? You know?
That's wicked. It's,
you know. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I just want to thank you, bro, for expressing yourself and just coming out and being your true self.
There's nothing else to be, honestly, because being anything but that caused a lot of pain and a lot of just confusion, and made me feel like I couldn't be anything. I felt alone. You know, very, very much like no one understand what I'm going through. Exactly. And as much as not a lot of people really do understand what I'm going through, except, you know, my friends who are also part of the community. Yeah. But it's just like, no one would know what you're going through unless you open up and you tell them. Exactly. Speak to them, talk to them. Yep. People that you care about. Amen. And if at the end of the day you figure out that they are not really in your corner, that they don't care about you, or they don't mess with you because of your sexuality, then that's a good thing. Because at least you know that you can't not to attach yourself to that person, exactly, or to those people who don't like you for who you are. They only mess with you. Sometimes people only really talk to you, or they only mess with you because you're blood. It's like, oh, he filmed me, okay, hey, what's up, or whatever. But it's just like, I don't want those meaningless connections. You know, exactly. You just hear all your family, oh, hi, yeah. Yep. No, I want you to like me for who I am, yep, and care about me for who I am. Because I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change for anybody. Nah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You know, and that's priceless. When you being your true authentic self, that's priceless. And like I told you earlier, you know, me and him spoke earlier. I said to you, if you're being real with somebody, you telling somebody how you genuinely feel, and that person rejects you, in a way they're doing you a favor, because they're showing you their true colors. Yeah. Me personally, I don't want nobody fake in my life. Yeah. And as much as it pains me to say this, I'm thankful that my mom and my two brothers, they showed me their true colors. Now, the one thing we have in common, right?
we're both authentic people. We're both raw. We're both real, right?
Yeah.
I was authentic in a religious sense. You're authentic in a sexual sense, right? And when it comes to your sexual preference, right? When you're being raw, authentic, and real with people, and they say, "Oh, I don't like this," but I'm being real.
Yeah.
You're being real. If they don't like it, excuse my French, fuck them. Excuse my French, but fuck those people. If you don't like me for me being real, same with my cousin. He came out. If you don't like the fact that he's bisexual or homosexual, it is what it is. Keep it moving. There's plenty of people on this planet who will accept you for who you are.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And it pains me. I'm sad inside because, he's 27, I'm 37. I'm just discovering today that he's, bisexual. I'm just discovering this. I wish I knew this before. I wish I knew this before, but it is what it is. And I told him, I told you, I still love you. You're still my blood. You're still my cousin. Nothing changes. It is what it is.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy, guess what? I'm happy for you.
Appreciate it.
Of course. You're my cousin. You're my blood, bro. Of course. Anything you want to say, to people who want to come out or people who want to be their true selves, but they're a bit timid, they're a bit afraid to?
Honestly, as scary as it sounds, it's just, I feel like it is better on this side of the fence.
Yep.
Because
no regrets, right?
No regrets.
Yep.
Honestly, because I can understand the hesitation and the fear to express yourself and to come out, but it's just like the reason you're so scared and you're so hesitant is because you know the people around you, or you have an idea that the people around you won't accept that, and they won't accept that, but that literally translates to they won't accept you for who you are, and you got to accept that and be okay with that. Some people aren't okay with to lose their family. Me, I was scared to, and I really hoped that I didn't, but I had to come to a point where myself was just like, it's either you be true to you, or you lie to them. You live a lie for them.
Yep. Wow.
And I'd rather live my truth for myself than live a lie for somebody else. I'm not doing that.
Yep.
I'd rather be alone with nobody to talk to, nobody to call, be detached from my family, but at least be able to be myself, as opposed to just be feeling like I'm in a hole, or I'm wearing a mask constantly just to please somebody else.
Put on a show, right?
That's a hard life to live, and honestly, I do commend those who are able to hold that in. But I do feel like it's better on the other side of the fence.
Amen. And
if the people who you were born into, the family you were born into, if they don't accept you, family is who you choose.
Yep. Oh,
and there's a family for you somewhere.
Bro, this is crazy. You saying this, like, so there are so many. You saying that, right? I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for saying that, by the way. There are so many people in my situation who left this Jehovah's Witness cult, right? They can relate to exactly what you just said. Because it's either you be fake, you be religious and fake, and people, you have that acceptance for your family, or you be real and you stand up for yourself and say, you know what, I don't believe in this. I don't want to be part of this religion, and if you don't accept me for who I am, so be it.
Yeah.
Like you said, bro, family is the people you make.
Right.
It's not always your blood. You know, if your blood don't accept you, like you said, you could have told your folks, and they could have said, oh, you're homosexual or you're bisexual. We don't want to. And you would have still been true to yourself. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It definitely would have hurt.
Of course.
And I don't want to downplay that, but that would have devastated me.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, I still would have been happy that I did that for myself.
Yep.
So exactly. I still feel like it's worth it. Because even apart from religion, there's still people who would justify the hatred and the mistreatment of my community regardless of religion. Just because they believe within themselves that it's wrong.
Yep.
And that's okay for you to believe for yourself, but that shouldn't stop people from being them true self. That shouldn't stop you from being who you are.
Amen. You're right. You're right about that. And when I came out to my family, I said, listen, I don't believe in this religion. I already knew it was going to happen. I already knew it's going to lose them. I already knew that, right? But you cannot put a price on being your true, authentic self.
Nope.
And we have one life to live. I couldn't. Let's say in your situation, right? You was trying to, you say, oh, I'm attracted to men internally, right? Internally, you knew you were attracted to men, but externally, you wanted to manifest that, oh, I'm straight, I love only women, just to please your family, right?
Yeah.
You would be killing yourself inside. You would be hurting inside, right?
A lot.
You would be true to yourself.
That would only be half of the coin that I'm presenting to everybody else.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
No, it wouldn't be fun. I wouldn't enjoy that.
Not
I
at
wouldn't
all.
enjoy that because it's like, yes, you will only see half of me, half of my life, and half of my truth.
Yep.
But I'm not okay with still hiding the other half.
Exactly.
I'm not okay with that.
Yep. Yep. And I don't know about you, but I'm big on having no regrets.
Yeah.
Me and your father was talking earlier, right? I said to him, and your father said, "Oh, Jerron, you travel around the world. You know, people around the world. You do this, you do that." Yeah, I told him, I do that because when I die, whether that day is tomorrow or 50 years from now, whenever I die, I'm gonna look back on my life and say, you know what? I've done everything I want to do. I traveled to all the places I want to travel. I'm gonna look back on my life and say I have no regrets because I was always my true self. I want to do what I want to do.
Right.
So I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like bro, you're my cousin, you're my brother from another mother. Like, I love you. I'm so happy that you came out and you're doing you.
Yeah.
That shit is priceless.
It is.
You need to know that, you know?
It
So
is.
yeah. But yeah. Anything last words before we end this video?
I think I'm good.
You good? All right. Guys, just want to share his experience. Like I said, this is my cousin. I see these guys once on the blue moon, but I'm happy that I was able to talk with him today. I'm happy that he told me what he told. He told me what he stated, that he came out and he's being his true, authentic self. So anybody that's watching this video, you're struggling internally with any demons, and you're worrying about if you should be fake for your family, to keep superficial people in your life who's not going to accept you for who you are. Me and him are both living proof. Two different reasons, right? But we're both living proof that, hey, listen, when you come out on the other side, you being true to yourself, that is priceless. That shit is priceless. Don't live your life for others. Live your life for yourself. Guys, I love you guys as always. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.